Hi everyone, this is Alma coming to you from Long Beach, California. Today is Friday, May 14th of the year 2021, and this is going to be FlossTube number 58 according to my notes. So as always, I want to welcome you all. Welcome back to all my current viewers and subscribers, and thank you as always for your continuing support. It's very much appreciated. And if this is your first time visiting, then welcome. This is a channel where I talk about all my cross-stitch projects that I have on the go, most of which are full coverage. So I hope that you like what you see, you find a reason to stay, to subscribe, and continue to follow me on my stitching journey. I hope that everybody's doing well. I hope that everybody's staying safe and sound. We're doing just fine. Thank goodness. We both managed to get our second shot last week, and it was not kind to me. I had fevers, I had chills, my whole body was just hurting. It was not a good time, but I was grateful that I at least got it on a Friday, so I had the weekend to recuperate. However, that was a weekend where I did pretty much nothing besides sleep. That aside, everything's good. We're doing well. This is going to be a bit of a shorter video this time because I've only been focusing on literally 2 projects at a time. So not too many things to show, but plenty of progress to show at least. So without further ado, let's get to the stitching. And of course, first and foremost, first thing I want to show you is my focus piece for this year. This is Hogwarts Castle at Night by the Stitching Girl. This is my oldest whip to date. I started this back in June of 2018, and I've made it a goal for myself to try to finish it before the end of July. July 31st is supposed to be Harry Potter's birthday, so I want to finish it either on the day of or before. And I've been keeping up with my 2,000 stitch per week goal, 2,000 stitches per week goal, except for that last weekend. That was just a bit of a hiccup, but I'm trying to make up for it this week. So hopefully I'll be able to get back on track by the end of the month. But this is what we have so far. The reason why I took it out of the Q-snap is because I just finished that last tower that you see on this side right here. So I'll zoom in a little bit. But I'm currently sitting at over 105,000 stitches done at 86%. So super close. It's really fun to take pictures for my challenge groups lately because I can pretty much fit all of the remaining blank areas in just one shot. So it's pretty cool to see both edges coming together. But here, I'll show you I'm just gonna fold this over for a little bit. So this is the tower that I finished up literally like yesterday. I just had a lot of confetti to do. I obviously had done all of the black, and I was just missing the confetti for the lights and for just random blues and purples that are on the towers for the moonlight hitting it. You just have to be in a mood, right? For confetti stitching. So it took a bit, but once I finally sat down and just said, okay, I'll just power through and get this done, it took maybe 2 or 3 days to do. So now I'll go ahead and finish up the remainder of the sky over here, and then I'll keep going on the black. Because all of that corner that you see from here down is solid black stitching. There's no colors in there. I think there may be a couple more windows here, but then that's it. Like everything from here down is just black stitching. So that's gonna be fun. So again, kind of a hiccup from last weekend for not stitching too much. On the other hand though, I'm also, like, on one hand I want to make up for it and stitch more. But on the other hand, we're now in the middle of May and I've only finished one piece. And if this is your first time visiting, then my plans for Mania this year were to finish all the things. So instead of starting all the things like people normally do during Mania, I wanted to finish all the things. And I did have several pieces that were close to being finished. So at this point, I'm kind of debating, do I stop stitching on Hogwarts so I can really focus on getting those things finished? Or do I keep stitching on it and just not finish as many as I would originally have wanted? I'll have to see. I don't know. Maybe instead of doing 2,000 stitches a week on it, I can just do 1,000. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out, because I do want to finish. Like I was supposed to finish Bilbo first thing, Bilbo's Home, and mostly because I don't want to deal with the back stitch yet. But I haven't touched it, and that was supposed to be an easy finish. So I'll have to see. I don't know what I'm gonna do. As always, plans just constantly changing here. Another piece I did focus on though was my Disney Villains piece. And for this one I started back in February of 2020. I had originally wanted to finish this entire piece by the end of the year, since last year Magical Stitches did the Villains series, and there was pretty much one book for each of these ladies. Like, it featured these ladies. So the very first one was Evil Queen. I think Ursula was the third book, and then we had Maleficent. The Cruella de Vil book did not come out until July, so we didn't include it in the reading plans for the year, but point being is she was still featured. So I thought this piece was perfect, and I was like, I'll just stitch on each lady as we're reading her book. It didn't happen, obviously. So this year I definitely want to finish the Evil Queen's panel, but also try to get Ursula maybe halfway done. But this is where she's at. She's almost done. I have 3,000 stitches left to do. And this is pretty much the bottom of the panel. I think I have maybe 9 rows to go, and then that'll be the bottom. So it's very close to being finished. Again, I've been going back and forth between confetti stitching and just doing like solid colors, like all the blues. And you just have to be in the mood. The gemstone like, I don't know, the cape. I don't know, I'm pretty sure it's a cape. But that gemstone that goes in the center, it's all confetti. So I'm gonna be doing that one bit at a time as well. But yeah, at least for this one, the finish line is pretty close. But again, I've been trying to do 1,500 stitches per week so I can get her finished. And that's a lot, considering that I'm also trying to do 2,000 stitches per week on Hogwarts. So, I don't know. We'll have to see. So, one piece that I did finish was kind of a surprise finish. One day I just kind of decided I was in the mood to stitch it, and then I just powered through and just finished it. This is the Frankenstein style by the Stitching Book Club. The Etsy store is called Sapphire Mountain Handcrafts, but we all know it as Stitching Book Club. She does these every year. She does 4 of these every year. Her latest one is Little Women, and I'm pretty sure the signups are happening. They're either happening right now or they're happening really soon. Because she posted about it, she's been teasing it, she's been showing sneak peeks to get people interested. So I know that it's definitely happening soon. But I joined this one because Frankenstein is one of my all-time favorite novels, so I knew I had to do it. I stitched this on 14 count Touch of Gray Ada from 1 to 3 stitch. I started it on August 1st, which is when the pattern was released, and I just finished it May 7th. So almost a year. Almost a year, not quite. But so the colors that I used, because this one, what I really appreciated about this style was that we were all allowed to choose our own fabric and our own floss. So we could do whatever we wanted. Most people went with a monochromatic theme because that's how she introduced it. But I did several colors. I did 535, DMC 535 for the dark gray. But then the inside borders and then the name Frankenstein I did in a DMC variated thread 4522. The lighting is not doing me many favors. Let me see if I can, I don't know. I'm trying to fight the lighting. It goes from browns to greens to a purple, like a purple pink kind of color. And so what I did was I used that again for the borders and for the name, but then I also wanted to do some accents on each of the panels. So on this one it's hard to tell, but the cross on the top of the tombstone is that dark green that the variated thread has. Then Mary Shelley, this tiny row of stitches over here is done on that variated thread. This one is low-key like my favorite panel. The windows were done on that accent on the variated thread. And then I used some leftover sparkly thread that I had from a DMC kit to do the lightning over here. So again, and it does sparkle, but again, the lighting is not cooperating me this morning. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know. And then on the bottom panels, the accent on this one was the flags, and again the stars were also used or done on that sparkly thread. On this motif, I just did a few of the center stitches on the variated thread. And then on this panel, also really fun to stitch. The accents were the music notes over here. And then this is how I chose to sign the piece. Originally, this just had a couple of backstitched lines, so it could look like sheet music, I guess, or a journal. But I just decided to go ahead and edit it so I had room to do my initials. The one thing that bugs me is that this had 2020 in it because it was released in 2020, and I went ahead and did 2020, but it's not 2020 anymore. Whatever. I'm very happy with how it turned out. Still unsure as to how I'm gonna finish it, but at least the stitching is done. And the last piece that I've been working on, the project bag just fell. Okay. It's going to be my next finish, probably. This is the Horde Flag from Up to Cross Stitch. And I've been really inspired to work on it lately because we're getting a new expansion. So the game is getting new content in like 2 weeks. So again, hopefully I can finish this before then. That'd be pretty cool. And I'm just doing this on black Aida, black 14 count Aida. But I'm very, very close to being finished. I think I broke 1,000 stitches. I think I have less than 1,000 stitches to go. I finished one color already, so you can see kind of the outlines. That's the one color that I finished. And part of the reason why I wanted to go ahead and finish that color is just so I had the outline all done. If you've been with me for a while, then you'll know the story. But if you're new, I messed this up big time. I miscounted. I ended up being off by 4 stitches, which means that this side of the flag is 4 stitches thinner than it should be, and so consequently this side of the flag is 4 stitches thicker. Luckily it doesn't look too bad. Other than this, like, that's how I could tell, it's because this was off center. Like this little tip and this little tip are supposed to be lined up, but they didn't, and that's how I knew. But I've been powering through. I've been trying to make sure that I make up for it so that it doesn't look like it's too spaced out. But I think I can get this done pretty quickly, because I only have 2 colors to work with now, so it should be very easy stitch. So hopefully you guys will see this finish next video. I don't know, I may film next week or not, depending on how my my school workload is, but we'll have to see. And one thing I did want to let you guys know is that on the last video, pretty sure it was on the last video, I showed you the Winnie the Pooh piece that I finished for a friend of mine that's having a baby due any moment now. However, the parents have let us know that they wish to keep baby's information, like name, off of social media. So I won't be showing that in its entirety once baby comes, because again, honoring parents' wishes. So I'll probably post the whip once baby comes, but because I haven't posted it on Instagram yet. So I'll probably post it once baby is here, but I won't be posting the full piece with the baby's information in it. But yeah, so that's all I have to show you guys. I guess I still made it to around 20 minutes, which is about how long my videos usually are, so I must have talked. But again, hopefully by next video I'll have finished the Horde Flag and Bilbo, at least, because that needs to be finished. He's so close to being finished. I really do want to finish him. And I also want to finish the Flowers of the Galaxy, because that too, I didn't have too much to go on that one either. And of course the Evil Queen, she doesn't have too much to go either. So that's already 4. Again, I don't know what I'm going to do. I think I'm probably going to ease up on Hogwarts, because it's just dominating everything. So having said that, who knows what the Stitchy Bug will say. So yeah, so thank you, as always. Thank you for joining me today. If you have any questions about anything that you saw today, please let me know. I'll always post the links to the patterns that are available. There's a couple that aren't available, or at least I think the Disney villain piece is still available. I'll have to look it up. But besides that, I try to say, oh well, I guess I missed it for Disney villains and Hogwarts. Those are done on 18 count Ada, white Ada, 2/1 full stitch. Besides those, I did tell you about Frankenstein and the Horde Flag. But yeah, I hope that you guys, as always, I hope that you guys have a relaxing weekend, a productive week, and you always find the time to do the thing that makes you happy. Until next time, guys, bye.